Time now for the Day in Sport with Darren Murray. Darren, the NRL could be heading overseas.
Yes, Janice, and good evening to you. Rugby league bosses are pushing for next year's season opener to be played in the United States. The match would be held in California the week before the regular season would kick off in Australia. It would give the players, of course, 2 weeks to recover before the next game. Now, Todd Greenberg says the NRL hopes to reach a deal to make it happen by the end of the month.
We think it's a great initiative. The clubs think it's a great initiative. It's a great way to drive our international broadcast rights. It's also a great way to attract new fans. It's not locked in though yet. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done for us to finalise that.
The NRL also announced the return of the All-Stars match to next year's pre-season schedule, and it confirmed State of Origin 2 would again be played on a Sunday evening at the new Perth Stadium. The GWS Giants have suffered a massive blow, with veteran defender Heath Shaw to miss the rest of the AFL season with a knee injury. Greater Western Sydney face crosstown rivals the Swans on Saturday. Another star Giant will miss the clash. Midfielder Josh Kelly was concussed in last weekend's win over Adelaide.
Can't sort of send out a guy that, firstly, A, he's had a head knock. That's significant. And B, if he's not right in such a big game, then he'd probably get found out.
Swans coach John Longmire also confirmed Premiership player Alex Johnson will need the 6th knee reconstruction of his career. Johnson suffered the injury in just his 2nd AFL game since 2012. The Wallaroos are confident they can overcome world number 1 New Zealand in Sydney on Saturday night. The 6th-ranked Australians are trying to win their first match against New Zealand in 15 attempts. Imagine that. Despite that poor run, the Wallaroos vice-captain is confident the new-look squad will be successful.
Definitely. They're just flesh and bone, just like we are, and we've got a huge point to prove. We know we're better than, I think we're 6th in the world at the moment, so yeah, we're really excited.
The match will be the precursor to the men's Bledisloe Cup opener. To tennis, and Daria Gavrilova's experience at the Cincinnati Masters lasted just over an hour. The Australian limped out of the first round after a crushing straight sets performance from Serena Williams. The former world number 1 dropped just 3 games. It's an ominous sign from Williams 2 weeks out from the US Open. Andy Murray continues to struggle in his comeback from a hip injury. The former world number 1 was eliminated in the opening round of the men's event by Lucas Pouille. 31-year-old Murray has slipped to 375th in the world rankings. To golf, and US captain Jim Furyk has suggested Tiger Woods' recent form may have earned him a spot in the American Ryder Cup team. Woods bounced back to form, finishing runner-up in yesterday's PGA Championship.
For me, the numbers they're nice, good to look at, but not always the most important. We want the players that are going to help us be successful.
The final makeup of the American Ryder Cup squad will be announced early next month. And finally, in sport, it's the initiative helping refugees rebuild their lives here in Australia. The STARTS scheme assists people in healing the scars of torture and trauma, and former Socceroos captain Paul Wade is helping lead the charge.
He's a part of Australia's rich football history. Paul Wade was the Socceroo who man-marked Diego Maradona in Australia's 1993 World Cup qualifier. He earned 84 caps for his country. Now he's helping young refugees and migrants. Hearing their stories has changed his life.
I enjoy it because there are wow moments all the time, some that are frightening and you don't want to hear again, and some that you just go, I wish the world could hear that one.
Most of the young people involved are from Syria and Iraq.
There was ISIS, so it was not safe for us to be there. We had to come to another country. So we went to Lebanon, then we came here. I stayed in Lebanon like 2 years, then I came here.
Wade's work with the STARTS scheme incorporates Arabic language cards to help the kids understand his sporting story and his battle with epilepsy. His Socceroos experience makes the kick-arounds a hit.
You do not have to say a word. Your communication is through eyes, through hand contact. It could be many ways, and that's why this is so successful.
The START scheme doesn't just involve football. The participants get help with their homework, finding jobs, learning how to dance, and also learning how to box.
So we had about 15 young people on the first day, And then now we've got registration of over 100 young people and an average of 50 young people every Friday night.
And with the support of people like Paul Wade on board, the scheme is set to thrive.
I get inspired by him and learn new stuff, so it's really good.
First of the group stage. Spain versus Germany. Yeah, good turn.
John Baldock, SBS World News.
Yeah, that's why they call football the international language. That's it.
It's a beautiful game. Thanks, Darren. Coming up, the weather details and a weed problem in the city of love. Parisians perturbed by public privies.